Well, it's summertime, and you know what that means. Blockbuster time. Well, this time it's Battleship. Battleship has not been released in the United States yet, but it has been in Europe. And just came back from a movie theater a couple of days ago, so I can tell you basically what this movie is about without giving away too much. Basically, don't trust the trailer. The trailer makes it look like a whole naval fleet is facing off with an alien invasion fleet, and they basically reenact the board game Battleship that way. Now, I don't remember aliens in Battleship, but oh well. Well, that's the premise. The real premise is that the aliens fight about free ships, so it's a free on free. It's not a whole fleet against them like they made it look like with trailers. They don't trust that. Now, getting my disappointment with the trailer out of the way, the movie itself is pretty good. Well, not stellar by any means. For one thing, it starts out a little ridiculous, to be honest. The acting, well, I've seen better. But, and at first, let me be honest with you, I thought I went into the wrong movie at first. Because wherever the plot would go, I certainly did not expect it to go where the trailer promised me it would. But it did. Somehow. Alright, so this is a typical underdog story who gets a shit ton of responsibility by some accident. Yeah, haven't had one of those in a while. Anyway, the aliens come to Earth because we have sent a signal to a planet which we discovered which was supposed to be able to contain life, and we had an answer, and they came back and followed the signal. So now they're here. And what do they want to do? They want to reenact a board game out on the ocean. Why? I don't know. It's never explained. The entire motive for the aliens is never explained. Basically, everything is made so that the board game is recreated as far as the plot would allow it. For example, all the modern targeting systems, radar and such cannot be used, so it's all manual firing, just like, you know, a board game where it's all a guessing game whether or not you're gonna hit your opponent's ships. And that's basically a premise which can actually make the movie interesting. It's interesting to see modern warships trying to do a battle without using all their good equipment. Now the battleship in the title doesn't really appear until the end of the movie, so yeah, you have to put up with the small stuff first. Like I said, the actors. I didn't know a single one of the actors except for Liam Neeson. Now, I want to know what is up with this guy. And to quote him from a trailer, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, and that is a good question. I want to know what is wrong with Liam Neeson. Why does he make such poor movie choices lately? And by poor in this case, I don't mean that the movie is bad. I mean that his talent is completely wasted. This movie doesn't need him. He has, what, 10 minutes of screen time in the whole movie? And the movie for us ran about 130 minutes, so it's a long movie, but Liam Neeson's hardly there. So that's kind of a waste. And unlike from what the trailer promises you, he is not a main character. Not at all. So don't expect that. Alright. Getting that out of the way. How are the special effects? The special effects are pretty good. The aliens kind of remind you of Transformers, and that's basically a lot how this movie feels. It's just a big-ass CGI battle. There's, as far as I could see, little to no handmade effects in this one, so it's all CGI. CGI up their ass. But, so, yeah, if you're somebody who doesn't like CGI, don't bother watching this because you're gonna hate it. However, what I did like is that I think that most of the shots of the Navy ships were actually real. At least they looked real. I mean, it's better than anything Asylum has been throwing at us for the last couple of years, that's for damn sure. And it doesn't surprise that Industrial Light and Magic was involved in the special effects of this movie. And that shows. Very good quality, sure, but I think there was a little too much almost in some places. But oh well. The battles are pretty good and intense, but the aliens' behavior was not always, well, understandable, I guess. If you watch a movie, you'll see what I mean. Sometimes I was just scratching my head as to why do they do this? And guess what? Unless there's a sequel that explains some of this, it's not gonna happen. So yeah. That's about everything I can tell you without giving away any spoilers. And that's about it. The director Peter Berg, I didn't know a thing about him. And when I saw the trailer for this, I was sure this was another Michael Bay movie, but oh surprise, it's not. I think Peter Berg was involved in Hancock, which I haven't seen, so that's the only name on his movie list that tells me anything. I don't know any of the others, so yeah. Have a look yourself. There is something to know about this movie. It's stupid as hell. Don't expect logic from this movie. No, seriously, don't. I've seen a lot of other movies like this that made a lot more sense. Even Independence Day, the stupid ass computer virus makes more sense than this. So just, yeah, in order to fully enjoy this movie, you literally have to switch off your brain. If you do that, then you're gonna like it. Now, some people have criticized that this movie is basically just another American Navy propaganda recruitment film. That's a long word. Yeah, I can see why they say that. This movie is very patriotic. When I play a drinking game, try to count how many times you see the American flag in full focus. A lot of times. Whether or not that's a bad thing, I guess depends from where you come from. But, oh well, I didn't. I kinda knew that would happen. I expected a patriotic movie. So, I didn't have a problem with it. Because I was well prepared for it. But it's cool to see that the Japanese and the Americans work together for once. So, yeah, that's a plus. And the old war veterans were kind of honored in this movie. That was another thing that I very much liked. But other than that, there's not much to say about this movie. Will there be a sequel? I don't know. I would actually want to see it, yeah, because I think this movie's decent. My initial rating for this movie was an 8 out of 10, but now that I thought about it, it's a 7. Yep, 7 out of 10. That's as much as I can give it, because there are just some flaws with it. There's a ton of plot holes that don't make any sense whatsoever. And the movie maker makes no attempt of fixing those. So, yeah, the story is not really the focus of this movie. The focus, for the most part, was the main character's struggle to get used to the responsibility, because, oh shit, he is put in charge of a destroyer. What is he gonna do? He has no experience. Yeah, that would never happen on a real ship, I know, but anyway. And the second focus of the special effects, which, as I said, are good. The battles are intense. So that makes for a 7 out of 10. It's, as far as entertainment goes, it's a good movie. But if you expect something with substance, something that feels serious and, well, dramatic, well, it felt dramatic, but, you know, if you expect a serious movie, and don't go in this. Don't. I heard that the movie's due for release in May, so maybe you will be able to watch this soon. Well, I can tell you from Germany, it's good. I'm pretty sure every American would enjoy it. The others, well, depends on what you like. You like special effects? Go see it. You like handmade effects? Don't see it. It's that simple. Anyway, that's Battleship. Decent action movie. Check it out if you want to. See you next time. Oh, and Rihanna's in it. That might be a plus.